Having come to the end of the second season of the Dream SMP, we can start to look forward to the third season. In the last 2 seasons, there were major story and character arcs, most of which finished in a big final battle, followed by a few weeks of downtime and adding new members. Then, some of the members would start to form groups and have enemies and allies that would change throughout the season. We just had the final battle of Season 2, and are now starting to see new members join the SMP, causing everybody to ask, who will the next war on the Dream SMP involve, and why will they fight? I'm here to answer that question. Hey, real quick before the video starts, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, it only takes a few seconds and would really mean the world to me. The Agpire is the first group that will take part in the upcoming war, and they will be the main catalyst for the war in Season 3. The reason I say this is because when Bad Boy Halo was forming the Agpire, he claimed he wanted to take over the entire server and force everybody to be at peace. The other groups in the war will be acting in response to the Agpire trying to control the entire server. The Agpire will not give in because they believe what they are doing is right based on their ideology. Currently, the Agpire's ideology is similar to Dream's in that they want peace and believe the only way to have peace is if they act as a dictatorship. The second group will be the main opponent for the Agpire and will consist of the Old Lumanburg members, led by Tommy and Wilbur, after Wilbur has been brought back to life, of course. This group will fight tooth and nail for every block of land they have, and will never give in to the Agpire by choice. They also believe they are in the right, because they are an independent state from the rest of the Dream SMP and would sooner die than lose their country. They believe in democracy. The definition of democracy is government by the people, meaning that it is still democratic to overthrow the people in power, especially if the majority is revolting. Lastly, the Syndicate formed by Techno and Filza will act in the shadows to topple any government. The Syndicate is an anarchist organization that believes power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The Syndicate will most likely team up with Lumanburg to topple the Agpire because the Agpire is a bigger threat to both groups. The Syndicate will very rarely act in the open and as a group. Most of the time they will act as individuals, only coming together when there is a government that nobody else is trying to take down. The Syndicate will see themselves as the last line of defense between the server and absolute tyranny. I am calling this the War of Ideologies because the 3 main groups in the conflict have morally opposed ideologies. I don't just say the war is going to happen this way because of the characters on the SMP. It also makes sense from a storytelling and content point of view. First of all, it gives an opportunity to expand on some of the underdeveloped characters. Second, it's new. Season 2 focused on the discs, which were set up very early in the server's history, unlike the Agpire and Syndicate, making it very easy for new fans to jump in without knowing the history of the server. Lastly, with the creation of new groups, it provides a good chance for characters who haven't interacted very much to become allies or even friends. The next war on the Dream SMP will involve 3 major parties with vastly different ideologies. That is why I'm calling it the War of Ideologies. The Agpire is a group formed by Bad Boy Halo and is in essence a dictatorship, defined as a form of government in which absolute power is concentrated in a dictator or small group. Second, there are the remnants of Lumanburg who will most likely form a democracy defined as government by the people. Lastly, there is the Syndicate, a group formed by Techno and Phil who believe in anarchy defined as an absence of government. The 3 groups will fight because the Agpire will attempt to take over the server, the Syndicate will topple any government left standing, and Lumanburg will fight tooth and nail to keep their land, leading to the only possible outcome of war. In the end, I don't know what will happen, but we can look at the past, to figure out the future.